If we could live in this moment and just hold it.
Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I am the True Lady of the Throne, where God dwells within me as me, and I am here with your October 2024 general love, life, and spirituality guidance. I am so happy that you are here. Welcome to the channel. If you are new, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, drop a comment down below if you are resonating with this. I also want to say that you need to give the video time to play out, okay? This is for the month of October. I am recording this in advance. We are still in the month of September, so it may not resonate with you at this particular time, but do give the messages time, as they may resonate later with you. You can always come back and watch it. You can always save the video as well, so that you can remind yourself to come back, but also turn on those post notifications before you go so that you don't miss anything. And if you're interested in getting a personal reading with me, I welcome you in. And if you are wanting to do that, go ahead and try it out for yourself and see how this thing works by clicking that link right down below in the description box. That's where you'll find all of my services and products, so that you can see what works for you and maybe we can collaborate. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get right into your messages. I have some really exciting messages for all 12 zodiac signs. I think that October is going to be amazing. We're going into the season of fall, so I hope that you guys are ready for that beautiful apple crumb pie, pumpkin spice in the air time of the year. It's really truly an amazing time, and thank God for it. Aquarius, let's find out what's going to happen in October 2024. The moons, you need to pay attention, especially you. You're going to find out why I say that, all right? It's something going on in the planets, something very special about this time. In the beginning of the month, October 2nd, around that time, you have a solar eclipse moon, a new moon in Libra. Libra is your elemental sister sign, so it's not so bad for you because you can handle the Libra new moon energy, because you're an Aquarius and like that's something normal. It's right up your alley. You can deal with it. What this brings up anyway is justice, fairness, arts and entertainment, spiritual connections, and finding balance. Something that could be a little bit easier for you to do than others, to be honest. But here's where you're going to run into a really powerful energy. This is a supermoon in Aries. This is happening around the 17th of October. And what this means is, because Aries brings in this leadership energy, this headstrong energy, this great ambition, and this creativity, all of these things combined together, mixed in with a very sensitive Scorpio, it does bring up so many power struggles. So for you in October, it's like a lot of tension with you, and it's ironic because it's not really so much about the people around you. It's about you versus you. How do you have a power struggle with yourself only? You're going to be bouncing back between two different extremes in the month of October. Literally, there's a theme of duality, light and dark, about this month. So you are going to be from one extreme to the next extreme, and there is no in between. The month of October for you is where you're going to find yourself chasing your own tail with a lot of things, because you're going to have to really realize that this month is just you being in your head, getting in your own way, talking yourself into things and right out of things before the blink of an eye. Some things you may not even, you probably shouldn't talk yourself out of, but you may, because that's a very interesting energy that's coming up in October. This is about your subconscious mind and your conscious mind at war. So this does bring up like an energy of the hidden things, mysterious things, things that you just don't know, you may be seeking answers to. And then you just answer yourself. And it's like, Aquarius, what happened to the part where you were supposed to wait for the answer? Or what happened to the part where you're supposed to wait for God to give you the direction? Or, it's just like you're trying to figure something out and then you come to a conclusion yourself. And it's just like, okay, come on. At some point you got to think about it. There's help here. There's guidance here. There's God is here. You could have asked, you could have prayed about that, so it's just something like that going on. Now, I'm also getting here that, aside from that, for the most part, you're really going to be living from your heart for the most part. And what I mean is, opening up a little bit more. That's what I mean by living from the heart. Letting your feelings and emotions, especially when Scorpio season comes in, letting your feelings and emotions, letting your desires do all the talking for you. Very vulnerable, very, very vulnerable, very open, very emotional, just feeling like I've got to say how I feel. I can't let this feeling be there for too long. I have to express myself, and my emotions are just like whizzing back and forth right past me, and I'm just like, where do I stand? Where do I stand? Where do I stand? I'm trying to get some footing here, but I don't know if your feet are going to hit the ground. Like, I don't know if you're going to be able to reach out and grab an idea and stick with it. It's going to be very hard because, once again, you're going through those two extremes, light and dark, and that's it. No gray area for you. So things don't have room in your life in October to be an I don't know. And if there's anything you don't know, you're going to decide. You're going to decide so that you can know. And it doesn't matter if it's right or if it's wrong. It's just going to be your decisions. Sometimes that can be a bad thing, Aquarius. Sometimes it can be a good thing. But the only thing that I can say was going to help you in the month of October is if you have no pride. No pride. You can't have pride. Because if you do, then that leads to self-sabotage. And then that leads to, once you start self-sabotaging, then there's like regrets and resentment and all of that. And you don't want to go down that road. So you're going to have to gain some type of strength to apologize when it's time to apologize, or to ask for forgiveness, or to forgive others when it's time to do that as well. That's going to be your best bet. to help you get through the month. You may even fear that an outcome that you don't want to face may actually be the thing that you need to face as well in the month of October, in order for you to heal from something, in order for you to, just feel a better sense of well-being overall. So you may be in this energy of wanting to leave control issues in the past or lay some things down now. It's becoming more clear to you about what you need to do to take care of yourself, or to take care of one thing and close out a chapter, close out a cycle with something, and then embark on a new journey or experience. I have Love and Basketball here on the screen. It's a movie that there was this great power struggle dynamic. Of course, it's competitive sports, it's basketball. That's the theme of the movie. It's a female who has a love for basketball, and she has a love for her childhood sweetheart. So her passion's there for her passions. Both are her passion, right? And she's always found going to war with her own passions, always wanting to challenge her passions. So I think that that's you guys. It's always challenging or trying to control things when it comes to who you're passionate about or what you're passionate about. But I think you're doing this. There's a method to this madness. And I think that it's because you're ready for something new. Clearly. I think that that's why. But it's you're taking yourself through all of these things just so that you can carve out a new beginning. Maybe you had to, for some of you. Maybe maybe this is something you've really felt you had to do. But this is going to be that month where you clean out some things and start working on new things and just take a totally different approach to your life. I see you connecting dots. I see you wanting things to come full circle. I do see some teamwork though. So it's not a stubbornness. No, you're still going to be a great team player. And it's not so much arrogance to where you don't want help or you don't want advice. It's just that you're not really taking it. It's not that you don't want it. I think you're going to welcome things, but you're not taking it. You're filling in the blanks yourself, answering your own questions, figuring out your own, problems and things like that in October, especially because for some of you, you're an artist of some kind. Some of you could be creative. Some of you could be someone who, you have some type of creative business, or you have a creative lifestyle, or some type of creative talents, hobbies. You have creative gigs or whatever it is. So that could be what this is all about. It doesn't have to be about love. Remember, I did mention passions, just like the character in this movie. One of her greatest passions was actually basketball. So whatever creative passions you have, which could have something to do with art or being an artist, I think that that's why you're just not really wanting other people to control certain things or have any say so or give any opinions, because you may be a kind of person that feels the most freedom or the most confident when you can be allowed to do your own thing. I think that that's your perception of art. I think that it's no, I shouldn't have any direction. Art is completely free. So you could be transmuting a negative, shadowy overcast into a bright, better, perception of your creative hobbies or your creative work here. Changing things, making it better for you. Making it better for you. I think that it's because of your perception of yourself in the past. Maybe in the past you had a difficulty with accepting both sides of yourself. Accepting the fact that you're not perfect, you're nobody's angel, right? So like you have a dark side and you have a light side, right? You have like this well balanced personality or this well balanced approach to something. But maybe you didn't want to acknowledge one side of it. Maybe you were just so soaked into only one side and not seeing both. So there's an integration of these two aspects, the light and the dark side of what you do for a living. Maybe even acknowledging things that you didn't really want to have to acknowledge. Maybe you're doing that. Maybe you're showing some type of forgiveness to yourself about that, or wanting to pray or ask God to forgive you for what you do for a living, or for what maybe what you're going through, or what decisions you're making or have made, or some type of regrets are there. But I think you're transmuting it. I think you're transmuting this into a deeper self-realization that this is a part of your life. You're getting too deep for me. Like, this is too deep. I feel like if I keep talking, Aquarius, your energy is going to take me down this rabbit hole that I really don't want to do right now. Honestly, I really don't want to go that far. But I can tell that in October, your mind is going to take you really deep. So just be careful with this energy. And before I go, you need to listen to my words very carefully. Very carefully. What you're feeling is temporary. Remember that. What you're feeling is temporary. Thank you. God bless.